Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. It's been a second. We are back. Something really surprising new. So content is something that we always kind of talk about. And being that we're always in the business, I mean, we do this on a daily basis. It's trying to find out things that you people out there are curious about that maybe might be second nature to us, right? So if there's something in particular that you're curious about, interested about, like I mean, San Diego Housing Commission, they're offering up to 17% to buy in San Diego County, 22% if you buy in Chula Vista, if you qualify, right? There's a 2-1 buy down that we've talked about, and 3-2-1 buy down that we've also talked about that's a little more expensive. I mean, there's so many programs out there, so many different things that come second nature to us, but maybe you might not know out there. So if there's something particular that you're curious about, buying with low FICO score, buying with basically nothing out of pocket, having your realtor negotiate closing cost credits to buy down basically in closing costs, things like that. Reach out. Also, too, the clicker below, you're going to see that inventory has trickled down. We've got under that 4,000 mark. We're at 3,500 mark. It is the holidays. We'll see how that kind of plays out with everything. But it is kind of interesting that inventory is trickling down. And how are rates going?
But Vinny, what's traditional for this type of year is inventory traditionally goes down every single December. So we don't want to give everyone the false thing that the sky's falling, because if the sky was falling, inventory would be vastly increasing.
Well, the interesting thing is going to be is if you're a seller right now, if you're thinking about selling, you really probably want to take advantage of probably before the holidays, because what you're going to probably see, you're going to see probably influx of properties hit the market. Now, how much is that influx going to be? Is it going to be an extra, 1,500, 1,000 properties? I mean, 3,500 is pretty low, and
that is pretty low.
We were at about we needed probably about 8,000 to 9,000 properties, so we're a little ways away. But what's that number going to be after the holidays, right?
The interesting is usually things start kicking up after February 15th, and the other strange phenomenon that we got going on is everyone keeps anticipating the sky to keep falling and falling and falling. But you know what's been falling?
What?
Mortgage rates. I'm so glad you asked. Thanks for asking me. But for those of you who have noticed and been listening to us, we've been telling you that as the Fed, attacks inflation, it actually drives long-term cost of borrowing down. And that's exactly what we're seeing now is, average 30-year fix is like 6.25. FHA VA is like 5.75. I mean, come on. Jumbo, 5.75, 5.875. That's not bad, because think about 2 months ago, we're all in the sevens.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's
So you would think that more people would be coming out to take advantage of the rates coming back down, but a majority of people have not come back out yet. And if the listings keep getting lower, that's not good for you as a buyer. Like, you don't want limited inventory, you want more.
Yeah, no, definitely, and we're gonna get that. We're gonna get a somewhat of influx. It just matters what. We haven't really seen that big jump in the foreclosure, the NOD market, anything like that. The fire sales, and we haven't seen anything like that. I mean, you got to think that, right? Most people that might be behind the payments have equity in it, right? We haven't
quite a bit of equity.
Seen the foreclosures. We haven't seen any of that kind of stuff. Now, will we see? Will we see basically more defaults, more foreclosures? I mean, time will tell. I think we'll get something, but not to the degree that we've got in the past. But the long and the short of it is, if you're looking to purchase, yes, rates have gone up, and there's so many.
No, they went down. Rates went down recently.
Well, I recently have gone down, but overall, right, since when we're in the threes, right, they've gone up to, I mean, like David's talked about, on the 5s, 6s. Yet there's so many programs out there that if you have any warts on your file, it's a great time to purchase, right? A primary residence.
I can't believe you just used warts on a loan file. That was, I think, a new all-time low, my friend. That was terrible.
If there's, I mean, not everyone's gonna be cookie cutter, right? So if you need basically down payment assistance. If you need programs like that, they're out there now. It's just a matter of talking to your lender, seeing what's possible, seeing what's doable. And if you need a second opinion, hey, reach out to myself or David. You can see in the clicker right there. There's information. And just to show how with it David is.
Oh, wait. Before we go into that, and you kept saying possible, I got something good for you.
Okay, let's go.
Because you mentioned in the beginning, there's all these special programs and different things. And then you also mentioned interest rates have got lower. But what I got for you is a combined double whammy.
Okay.
It's called Home Possible. It's a website you can use to get below market interest rates on specific properties with special financing backed by Freddie Mac. And it's amazing. So use that website, Google, type in Home Possible. You can look up certain homes. If they fall under, they go by address specific. If they fall into that category, you can get below market interest rates, even go up to 100% financing. And there's special deals for the first time buyer on that site specifically. So it's Home Possible, making it possible.
Home Possible. All right. Let's get them. All right, let's put David to the test.
Oh, no.
All right. So this is the question last time. It's been a little while. How much is the most expensive detached property sale in Mira Mesa so far this year? Any thoughts, guesses?
Oh, man. Geez, Mira Mesa, depends on where in Mira Mesa is the issue. This year, I'm going to say $1 million. I mean, Mira Mesa's got some interesting areas. Holy cow, man.
$2 million.
So $2 million.
Off by $1 million. Okay, now
only
let's
off by $1 million, but in Mira Mesa, that's a very interesting neighborhood. I mean, come on. I'm gonna have to Google Mont Blanc.
Well, so I'm gonna go the other direction now. Least expensive in Coronado.
Ooh.
Detached property.
Ooh, detached this year.
Yeah, and it's a
true. Oh man, I gotta tell you, that's detached house in Coronado, probably minimum $1 million.
That's David's guess. What's your guess? All you gotta do is text for your chance when you can see that he was off by $1 million on the first one. So what's he gonna be off on this one? I can't tell you. Text for your chance to win. Before we get into all that kind of good stuff, and we might get text messages while we're doing this, I just want to go over quick numbers real fast, right? We're talking about, okay, median price, everything that's going on. So the median sold price, okay, across the board was in that kind of 880 ballpark. Now we're in that high 780. So we've gone down by like almost 100,000. The median detached, remember we were at that $1 million number. We've dropped into that 800, high 800s. Okay. Median attached, we're at basically around 600,000 when we were at about 680,000. Now, list to sold. This is the interesting one when you're putting an offer on a property, right? Putting an offer on a property. Look at that drip right there. We're talking about a little over 106% list to sold in the peak, and now we're at 97%. So that's for single family, detached, townhomes, twin homes, row homes. So really, when you're talking to your realtor, and if you don't have a realtor, feel free to reach out to myself. If you don't have a lender, or if you want a second opinion on either of those, reach out to myself or David. But knowing what you can actually offer at, and that's not even factoring in if someone's asking for assistance for closing costs. So things to really think about with this market of, I mean, how to take advantage of it. Just because a property is listed at one price doesn't mean it'll sell at that price. And then,
well, I mean, Vinnie, I don't think majority of people understand that your thing when it said list price 106 and now it's 97. So if the list price sells, if it's listed at 600,000, that means it's sold at 100% of its price. So for those of you listening, when Vinnie said 97, that means it's sold at a discount now compared to before. If it was listed at 100% at 600,000, but now it's selling for 97% of that, that's 600,000 times 0.97. That's what the house is selling for. So that's important to realize. Sorry.
No, I appreciate it. Can you say one last time that website?
It's Home Possible. It's Home Possible.
Home Possible.
Yes. Right. Let me see if I can pull up the site really quick right here.
So one last time, the name of the website is Home